Action.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Hello, welcome to the newest edition of the Black Super Friends podcast. I am the host, D. Horace Towns, and we're trying something out tonight, a new network. So if you see me do some Houdini stuff, deal with it. Hey, shout out to Doug Hawkins in the comments. What is the Black Super Friends? The Black Super Friends is a podcast that is consisting of four best friends who endured traumatic childhoods, and they empowered to become champions and kings. And I would like to say that this show is the male version of The View, but without taking any more breaks, I'm going to go to my cast, my three best friends. I call the Black Super Friends. Especially at the bottom, I'm going to go to my main man that resides outside of where I am. Won't tell you where he's at. His name is Super Mario Sr. Please say the senior.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth, as my brother Zay said.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next, I'm going up top to the guy that smiles and gives the greatest advice. Damn, I said that. I really said that. Zay, you need to take this clip. I said that.
Boy. Hey, I thought the Decepticon got you for a second.
Yeah,
it did glitch a little bit.
Could have. Oh, this ain't gonna work. Hey, going to the ladies, man.
Woo, welcome. Hey, it's another night. Glad y'all here with us. What's going on, my brother?
All right, I'm going to the man who needs no introduction. Every week I give you synonyms to describe this amazing character that I call a best friend. He is immaculate in his style. His perception is amazing. His logic is courageous. And I like to call him from now on Chris Caesar Leo.
Thank you, my brother. You had me at amazing. Thank you guys for being here this weekend. I mean, I'm still on the weekend, but thank you guys for showing up this Monday morning. I mean, damn, I'm still on the morning.
Hey.
Thank you guys for showing up tonight, man. It's Monday Night Raw.
In the words of Stephen A., stay off the weed.
Man.
Maybe we should have had a rehearsal when we tried out this new network. The hell is the funny part? Am I glitching?
No, you're good, G.
Yeah, all right.
we just messing up the show already.
Hey, man, listen. Shows this is authentic live TV, and this is gonna be an amazing show. I should have called this the Derrick Jackxn edition, but I ain't gonna do that yet. But tonight, before we get into it, we apologize to our sponsors. The sponsor out of Riviera Beach tonight, from Riviera Beach to Boynton, our sponsor is local and he's a small businessman. You all know him as the Peanut Man. The Peanut Man is our sponsor tonight. His motto is, yes, indeed, I got the only salted nuts you need, the Peanut Man.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Gotta go see the Peanut Man. You ever seen them nuts?
Hey, Paul.
Okay.
Whoa.
He do listen. He do be selling. I say what you want. He do be selling.
Yeah.
So listen.
I bet.
Oh my God! Somebody actually thought that we're drunk. No, I can't speak for others. What's up, D Burns?
Amazing.
Yeah, I know what I said too. All right. First of all, guys, let's go to trending news because trending news has been interesting, and I want to really highlight the trending news that Instagram and social media trends. And the first story, after we just talked about this last week, after the rap couple Saweetie and Quavo, Last week, we just talked about how that young relationship was so encouraging for others. And she was telling the story of how Quavo taught her how to love because she didn't know how to love properly. Her mother never taught her how to have a healthy relationship with men because she never witnessed it with her mom and yada, yada, yada. And then she comes out this week and puts up a post and just says, yeah, I ain't doing no fake relationships. I'm not doing the fakeness. Y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm out. I wish him the best, but I can't play the football no more. I'm done with him, right? So there's a two-part question because she left, but I also want to ask you about TMZ leaking a story that was false, saying that after she left and she did it through tweets, I believe it was tweets, right? For her to come back and say, for TMZ to report that he went and repossessed the, is it a Bentley?
Yeah,
What was it that he repossessed?
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, Bentley GT. He just gave, I think it was like $350,000. So for him repossessing it, I also want to ask you guys what y'all thoughts about that. But what's the rules to gifting and recovery? Because $350,000 is a lot of money, and to be honest, lately it seems like in these relationships with Instagram models, when they go relationship to relationship with these celebrities, they coming out of there with some real capital gains. You know what I mean? A Bentley here, apartment there, shopping sprees. Hey, man, it's starting to be a career move. So I'm going to ask Chris Leo, also known as D-Date Doctor.
Yes. Well, honestly, I'm not too familiar with this because it's not, these type of things don't even really concern me. But what I would say is this. When I first heard about this story, it was when the young lady was making the video saying that if you ain't buying your man ain't buying you a Birkin or buying you whatever it is, like you don't need them, as if a man that doesn't do that is lesser. I already knew that relationship was doomed from seeing that. Now, what disturbed me in that video was at the end of the video, you seen Quavo make a gesture like this as if to co-sign it. I knew then the gods would punish that young man. I knew the gods would punish that man. You just broke code. You don't glorify. You don't co-sign things like that. So I knew that was gonna happen. But I think this is a teachable moment, man. We need to understand that you cannot buy women. You just can't buy women. It ain't enough Birkin bags, it ain't enough Bentleys. You cannot buy women. And what we need to understand the most is there's no special talent or gift or anything in receiving good treatment or receiving gift. There's no special skill in that. There's no special talent in that. The talent is reciprocating good treatment, reciprocating gift giving. It ain't got to be identical, but it got to be reciprocal. So that's the skill. So if you picking a woman, if a woman picks you for what you brought her and not what you brought to her or where you brought her from, you picked the wrong woman. And I knew off rip that was going to be doomed. From the start, man. So I want to look at this as a teachable moment. Just understand that the gods will punish you and discipline you every time you break the code and do some simp shit. It says it right there in the good book. Thou shalt not simp it. Zay.
Woo. Well, I too, my brother, am not well versed with Saweetie and Quavo. I thought what they had was cute and was going on. I mean, they've already made their millions. Zay is still trying to make his first one. So I didn't really follow their relationship to that magnitude. However, I thought he was doing all right for himself. I mean, I thought that the gifting was a little bit much because he was always on the expensive side. And if you remember our upbringing, you don't start off up here. You work your way up, so, but, to each his own. But I think that was dirty how she did him. If that's how she had to leave, y'all are two adults. Y'all had a relationship. You said this man taught you things, which you came to come back and tell us was fluff. And that's crazy. But either way it go, I'm not the person to judge you. I just think that you could have did it a little bit better, with a little bit more tact and grace for the person that we thought that you were, especially who he presented to us as the world. But who am I? What do you think, Mario?
Well. Let me give you a little back history since nobody seems to know Saweetie. Well, Saweetie's cousin is Gabrielle Union. That's actually her father's first cousin. They you know what I'm saying? So that's his father and Gabrielle Union are first cousins on speaking basis. So it's not like they don't know. They're very versed. She also grew up with Zato. So she was destined for fame. So a lot of time I've been hearing a lot of the chatter of, oh, Sweetie dead now. She's not going nowhere. She's been around. And she just was waiting for her hit. Chris can attest to this. In the music industry, there's a lot of people in the back shadows, Tootie can too, that you don't think they made it, but they was already just waiting for that one hit. Exactly. Now she's been promoted to stardom and success. Now every basketball player, football player, and rapper is going to want Sweetie. Her DMs is jumping like a fat person in boot camp with a jump rope. And I'm telling you this right now, she will not fall. A lot of people I've been hearing this say, I just want to dispel the rumor. She is not going back. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to give credence to Sweetie single-handedly saving the Migos' career. You might say, how so, Mario? Well, the Migos have been on a drought musically. Right now, with Takeoff being wherever he is, I have recently seen a picture, he flew back. And the last picture I seen them post was all three of them together headed to a studio. Let's just say Culture 3 is finna be lit. And it's all you can give thanks to Sweetie because we all know who is the musically inclined brilliance and brains behind it. It's Quavo. Him being in love, like most musicians, I don't think I think it downplays your wordplay on certain subjects. But now he's gonna let hell and freedom ring all on one CD. And the last thing I want to say is I agree with Chris. Anytime you promote simping, as you have tuned in last week to our Super Friends show at 9:00, we covered this subject. Then the gods will surely punish you. Now, this may not be a lesson to the young ladies, but to my brothers, put your face close to the screen right now. This is the example we was preaching about last week. When you start echoing or promoting stuff that doesn't better the movement of men and the whole structure of God, man, family, and you promote money over anything except for just taking care of yourself, then this is what you get. And this is just only the beginning. Oh, it could have got so worse. So you better notice and count yourself very much spared, Quavo, because she could have unleashed the wrath, but she just simply gave you the take care. And I want to echo those sentiments, Quavo. Take care, because I'm sitting on this sentence saying you got everything you deserve, my boy.
Well, let me.
He took the Bentley. He didn't take care.
What you say, the latest man?
He took the Bentley. He didn't take care. We'll take this back.
Well, maybe, yeah. Take care. Take out the E. It says take car. So there's a miscommunication now.
I see what happened there.
Just miscommunication, bro.
Hey, before you go to, I want to say this too. He didn't take the car, but it is a lease in his name, so he can stop payment immediately. Go ahead, dude.
I hope he did.
Yeah, but let's be honest. That's what's happening with a lot of these relationships. I'm not gonna call out money bag situation, but with this generation, man, I just be dumbfounded with. I don't know if it's simping because it was a chick that did something on the internet the other day where she was like, it was something that sent like what somebody had to do for her, and I was just played out because you had dude responding. I think she put a cash app or something, and jokers
went nuts.
Gave her money. I'm like, you killing us out of here in this situation. But I think with that situation, man, I'm just seeing where that's the new NBA. Like men, we used to want to go play pro football, go in the NBA. On the female side is Instagram. I'm gonna do my body. I'm gonna try to be the baddest chick, record some videos, and get chose. And I just wanted to ask y'all because when it came to the situation with the Bentley, I know it's a lease, but that's $350. You know what I mean? And honestly, to be honest, with those leases, I think it's like, what's the mileage on that? You can't even go like 100 miles a month. So you got you one that you can stunt, but you can't drive it nowhere. If you stay at Palm Beach, you can't drive nowhere. Huh? That's where the stunt come from. That's all I'm saying. Since they say I be hating.
Yeah. That's what Mia Malcolm said. She said, "Here he go."
Bro, tell me that ain't the realest thing though. That is real. Like I'm the one. Men, you the one paying the money. So if you can find you a sucker that co-sign and go for it, go for it. I'm just saying none of my homies. If you my homie, I would not allow you. The gods will not allow it. We will not simp.
All I'm saying is this: if you it depends on this. If you one of those guys that live by the code, it ain't tricking unless you got it, then you shouldn't be taking nothing back. You're not going to talk about and bring up whatever it costs now because you was frivolous with your money. Your whole mindset is it don't matter because I got it. So no, I don't think a man like that should take it back. Or take anything back. What I'm saying is a man that values his money and he invests in women from how they act and how they treat them, just not because how they look or something like that. I think that those men should be the first one to call the repo guy and say, "Hey, come here, give me my shit back." But all those, it ain't tricking if you got it. Let her keep that, and don't cry. Don't come over here crying over here to us ever. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I want to dispel the thing that money heals your heart. I see Norman saying he rich. There's a lot of rich people with broken hearts who never get up out of that pain. So let's start acting like, oh, if you got money, it doesn't matter what a woman does to you. Because if you hurt, you hurt. And maybe it's just for me. But a woman can hurt you, and it don't matter how much money you got, how you look, what kind of job you got, you hurt. And that's just what it is. So if he really cared for Saweetie like he said he did, he can go screw half the world and go get $10 million and then still be hurt. Because until you hear all pain just don't go away because you look at your bank account. So I don't want to promote that, you know what I'm saying, that money is in the making of this right here. Because if he hurt, he hurt.
Right. Not
saying he is, but if he is, he is.
One time for my cousin, Abdul, I see you all over in BMO. Well, one of the blacks, I've been broke and hurt. If I had money, easily healed. No, you've been easily entertained. I can't agree with that, Norman.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Horace.
I don't know. I wish I had a hat. We talk about Norman. He talks about money a whole lot. He believes that makes him who he is. So he probably feel that. He probably would feel that way.
Well, I tell you, I always say, it is. We must bring him on. We must.
Yes.
Because when I had money, that's when I was the loneliest. Money, if you really want that, it alienates you.
It does.
Bro, right now, well, I'm gonna speak for me. Right now, I'm married. Not to say that I love any greater. I can get $20 million contract right now. If my wife leave me, I'm hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Me looking at my bank account, it's not gonna say, well, at least I got 20 million. Fuck it. No, that'll be putting a band-aid on it. I'm still be hurt. I'm gonna be hurt. I don't. Maybe everybody else is robots and they money deter me, but money is not the best thing in the world to me. So understanding in my life, if the love of my life leaves me, I'm gonna be broken. I'm not gonna be able to just look at my bank account and instantly feel. No, that's not reality in my life.
All right. Well, listen here. God gives God gives and then he gives again. Listen, guys, we have had some segments the last couple of weeks. And during those segments, I shared my opinions about people that get on the internet and they exploit the women. Whether it's the Steve Harveys, whether it's the Derrick Jackxns. And we would not allow you to say Kevin Samuels because that brother is doing the work. Okay? He's changing lives out there, so we're not talking about him. But for the Derrick Jackxns, the simps that have, and I'm not even mad. Yeah, maybe I am mad because he gives out filth. But let me tell you how karma works. That same brother who gets on here and has bashed the black man for years and made it profitable with his fan club of empty-headed chicken heads and some that are just misled and hurt. Oh, my brother. He had to come to the altar. And they had receipts. It was a girl that did a show, and she let them have it. I'm talking about she did her homework. See, people will put you up here just to knock you down. And in his tirade, this brother has some confessions that we knew. We could feel it in the spirit. The force tells us. We knew. We knew. You know, my God showed me these things.
Well, every knee shall bow.
Oh, yeah.
Every knee shall bow.
and be exalted.
Man, I had a clip, but it's like 49 seconds, so we ain't got to go to the clip, y'all.
You got the clip?
I got the clip, man.
Man, run the tape, man.
Oh man, I guess I could do that.
All right.
Let's go to this sucker.
Of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jackxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate.
Amazing.
So, Simping 101, Derrick Jackxn.
Good on y'all end. I had some
we
clips
great.
over here. Listen. Woo, okay. Listen, guys. You know, my mother's a bishop, and one thing I have is the spirit of discernment, and it allows me to see some things. And when I seen this brother out here, he's the wolf, and he was out there getting all the chickens, all of the chickens
out the hen house,
out the hen house. And we had people that argue with us talking about this man. Oh, girl, no, he be telling the truth. And I said, man, I don't even think this brother like black women, but I was wrong. He likes all women. So with that being said, first, the brother, after being exploited, said that, oh, yeah, but I didn't cheat. Then he says, we were separated. And then today on a live segment with his wife, where he barely let her talk at all, with his knuckles ashy from holding her hand. He kept cutting off because he's one of those controlling sons of bums. This brother got out there and said that yes, he let pride get in the way, and that's what caused him to do such things. And all of those interactions that he had, he talked all them big words. But period, brother, you cheated. So I'll allow my comments to come. I'm going to come back because I really wanted to just share those moments with y'all. And I'm going to go to the ladies, man, first, because I'm getting emotional, and I'm glad they got that sucker.
That's crazy. he said pride got in the way. I think that was his dick. But, you know, that's just me. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me that we talked about this last week, this Simping 101, and he was one of the main culprits. And we kept saying, he don't mean y'all no good. Y'all didn't want to believe us. It's okay, though. You know what I'm saying? Keep listening to us long enough. We'll get you there. We'll lead you to the light. But this is the main thing that I was talking about. I saw him. It's nothing wrong with having women friends or keeping women on the straight and narrow if you're going to do it earnestly. But if you're doing it to leverage women so you can get some of that box later on, boy, use a simp, and you was using the cheat code. We see you. Upstanding guys like myself, we don't appreciate you because we know what you're doing. That's hating. That's what you're doing, and that's what you were doing. And it's crazy because as we talk about that video that you guys just saw, he is a control freak. He had his hand interlocked with hers, so if she said anything out the way, I'm gonna apply a little pressure because he's still in control. Mind control, the Jedi mind trick. That's what he pulled, and that's what he was pulling right in front of you. First, he did the I didn't, but I did, the rope-a-dope movement. But then when you couldn't come out the headlock, now you got to face your adoring public. Who else? My manipulated wife. Let me bring her to the forefront because she looked like a damn fool up there. I'm not saying she's a fool for standing by her man because that was good, but she don't believe that. And she said it. You can hear her saying I left and all this other good jazz. But man, Derrick, I just want to say we knew it. Your skirt tail is up. Everybody else see you. This is what we've been saying. Stop simping, brother. Don't do that. If you're going to help a woman, help her. Tell her where she right, where she wrong. Empower her. But don't try to use it so that you can get you some ass later on. I can't co-sign you. What you got for him, Chris?
Horace, turn on your
mic.
Man. You are a professional. Horace.
Good, because I was cussing Zay. Listen. Look at God. First off, when we looked at that video, I hated the fact that this brother started talking about God and talking about ordained and how his marriage was so ordained and how his pride got in the way and lust and that's what led him down this avenue and that's what made him go. But during this lustful tour that you had, this is when you were bashing us the most, right? And what bothers me, first of all, I think you're trying to save face because you're trying to protect your brand and the revenue. And I'm pretty sure your old lady probably she about to give you some karma too, but she know, okay, this bringing in a couple grand a month from people that actually believe what he's saying. See, the problem that I have with these type of guys is because the fan base is usually people that want to hear what they want to hear. So this guy, instead of people like us and other shows that give some accountability, I think we're fair. Kevin Samuels, I think is fair. His delivery is harsh, but we give authentic responses, our opinions, and we ain't bashing nobody. But you got women that'll listen to that guy because he's saying what they want to hear, and it doesn't require accountability. He ain't never on that segment said about what she might do or what a woman might need to improve. He telling y'all, oh yeah, oh he don't deserve it. If he don't do this, if he don't do that, oh he's definitely cheating. Boy, that's amazing how the wolf and the Pied Piper is drawn all of y'all down that avenue. So that's what I had a problem with. Second, I don't play with God. When I look at him, I looked at is it John Gray? What is the black preacher?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
He's admitted a couple times he cheated. I can get it, bro. We fall short, but then you come back, and then you come back again, and then you come back again. No, now it's a choice. Now it's a choice. And then that's when we want to sit out there and say, yeah, God, I'm just weak. I made a mistake. No, you're making choices, bro. And then you bring God into it because when you went to that altar and said you wanted to marry this woman, you asking God for his blessing and the covenant and whatnot. And the thing that bothers me, listen, even when I was married, I could say, like, you have to mature as a man at some point. There were things that I did, that I thought were harmful, but I didn't think about her feelings to a certain extent. When you're on Instagram liking a picture here or messaging here, I would never step out. Like I've never cheated where I've had sex with another woman. But do men flirt and do all that stuff? Yeah. But is it wrong? Yes. But this brother was over there tearing boxes up. Okay. And then want to talk about God. So that's what the problem I have with that, bro. Have some accountability. Don't be sitting here now on bended knees trying to get people to give you some grace when I really think it's more about protecting your brand. And to be honest, when I see that woman, man, I know a dude that date girls that's under him. And under him meaning, he date the ones that control him, talk to him any kind of way because it makes him feel better by himself. I ain't saying she's slow, bless his wife, but I'm looking at a sister that I want to say blink, say something. He won't even let you talk now. Like, damn, she looked a little young. I ain't saying she looked special, but she can't even talk because this is what we doing because God and bro. I will God send a lightning bolt on your ass. So sorry to be personal. I just hate when people like this sucker here mislead people and you can't even be accountable. Man, don't bring your wife into it. You sit up there and say, yeah, I was trying to do it. I was doing this and that, but then I started getting boxes everywhere and I started going in them boxes. I can respect that, but you couldn't even do that. Oh, the gods are not happy. Shame on you, sucker.
Even Kurt got up there by himself,
Mario.
I respect Kurt.
Yeah. Well, when I first seen this, I was just like you, brothers. I was a little bit delighted to see the great ambassador of black men don't cheat and black men are thou I am the holiest fall. But then I had to feel convicted because I said every day we get on this show, we preach about women having grace for men. So even though I don't agree with his platform and the way he uses it, let me say it again. Even though I don't agree with his platform and the way he uses it, I still have to stand on what I say. I'm proud of her that she used restraint. I'm happy that she showed grace to the world. Even though people might call her stupid and everything right now, I think if more women were showed that, we'll have more black marriages lasting. The second thing is, I agree with Tootie. I don't play with God either. But I am a person of faith. And I do believe we should forgive our brothers. And if he come to us and asks us for forgiveness, we should. And it was hard because he threw us under the bus many, many times before. Many, many times before. But I always remember Proverbs 11 and 12, not to take it to church, but when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But when humble is wisdom. And see, right now, he's been humble. And anytime you can have good intentions and you can be preaching the word and you can have a purpose for the word to go out. But anytime you step in front of God's word or any kind of way in front of your purpose, then God gonna have to always put you back in line and let you know this is my word and my vision and not yours. So take yourself as a man out the way and let my word go forth. And what you're witnessing right now is that a man is showing you that you are flesh still. You fail. So start casting judgment. I was very upset when he started talking about John Gray, only because right now I'm married. I know every day how hard it is to be married. I know how it is as a struggle. No matter how much I love my wife, it's attractive women out here. So I know that. So for me to sit here on a pillow and just talk about all the indiscretions that men go through when they married is to be what? A hypocrite. Because I know it's a daily fight as a married man. And I know that right now I'm new to this. And I'm praying to God every day that one day I don't fall back. But if I ever do, hoping I don't, I will pray that I have the grace that my wife bestowed the grace upon me that his wife did. But if I don't, one thing I will never do is condemn other men. And I would not do that. So I was ashamed that he did that. And I'm always gonna say, and that's why I can't talk about him like the way I want to right now, because I would hate to be in the seat he is right now by bashing him. And then, oh and behold, I fall short, the devil slip in, and I do his dirty work myself. That's just me. What you got, Chris?
Well, this topic got me very, very convicted and complexed, and it has so many layers to it. As a man, I feel like this. I've been there. I did that. I did that same thing. I've cheated, and got caught. I've been there. So it's far be it for me to be, be hard on a man that got caught cheating when I did a whole lot of cheating. So I can't do it like that. But then the G in me like, man, god damn, bro, you been doing this bullshit for all this long time, backdooring us and talking down on us when you one of us. You the same one. You the same type of dude that we are, bro. And you gonna backdoor us all these years and write books and profit off of talking bad about us. That's simp shit. And you the same guy. You the same one, man. So I thought that was flawed that you would talk about us and go do the same thing that you say, that you down us about. But then I also feel like when I seen that video, man, I seen anger in a woman. I seen a woman just that was happy to expose this man. I was happy I seen vengeance. I seen a venom out of that. And I don't want to be a part of the exposing the destruction of another black man. I don't want to be a part of that, because I think we watching that woman rejoicing at, and even in the situation with the girl, like she giving interviews about his sexual positions and what he likes sexually, and in the house, that's a violation, man. Like I ain't finna celebrate that. Now I got my issues with Buddy off rip, and at the end of the day, dog, you tried us, but okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, dog, I'm not finna celebrate no woman trying to be vindictive to that man and try to bring him down. And it's also complexing to me because the young lady, I can't really say nothing bad about the young lady because the young lady is a support on my business. When I looked at the picture, when I looked at the video, and I seen the girl, I'm like, wait a minute, I just did a job for her for pickup. I just went to City Furniture and delivered a goddamn couch for her. Not only that, she wrote a nice review. She made me some artwork to post for promotional use. Like, if you look at my pickup page, that's the same girl that wrote me a review on it. So I don't want to talk bad about a supporter. She right here in Orlando. So You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, and finally, dog, I don't see how Buddy ever got that far, dog. How can a woman believe a man telling them or anybody telling them you don't have to do nothing to get what you want? You're fine just the way you are. You don't have to do nothing. The person that what you want needs to work hard to give it to you. That don't work in no avenue. If your teacher was telling you, "Oh, you don't have to study, you don't have to do no extra work," the grade, the book, or the teacher should teach you. Right. What if your personal trainer was like, "Hey, man, you skip the day. You don't have to do the workout. You don't have to do cardio. You don't have to do nothing. Person should love you your body the way it is." That would be a bad trainer. So anybody, I don't know how this man ever was able to build a company with this bullshit. Like, this is see-through.
No, it is not, Chris. It's not, because listen, you know what the sad truth is right now, he's going to actually make more money off of this controversy, right? He might even get some more interviews. Mm-hmm. His live going to get extra views, right? And the thing we've had a beef with is, bro, you shiesty, but you out here bashing the brothers. Hey, you could sell women dreams, but you bashing black men especially. You had, at first, when I first heard him, I said, damn, did a black dude sleep with his old lady? Like, dude really has a thing in his heart for black men. That's what bothers me.
But he just like us, even with the.
But that's what was eating him up.
No, he's not like
even
us.
With the think about it. Even with the apology, you know how niggas get when they get in trouble, they go to God and all stuff.
I don't play with God, boy.
But that's what they do, boy.
See, the thing about him is he was covering up all that was just covering up for what he was actually doing behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. So
he was speaking about
the best thing. It's stuff, yeah. And then, it's just sad, but I want to ask y'all fellas this. So how do y'all feel about, I've been seeing so many women, the sisterhood, attack her. Oh, she dumb. Oh, she's stupid. Why would she stay? Stupid. She like, whoa, that's amazing. Not your sisters.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because at any point in time, they married. Nobody walked down the aisle but them two. They said vows to each other. Not nobody else. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Like, them two got to be. That's why I reserve. Once you get married, it's you, Derrick, and God. If y'all worked it out, then y'all worked it out. But it seems so much funny. I see so many people just, oh my God, she's so dumb. When she just showed, like, if anything, how is her showing grace make her dumb? Like if anything, he the one dumb for taking advantage of a woman who's willing to show you grace when us brothers out here is only praying that a woman can have grace for us. So right now, I don't understand how she's so dumb, so stupid, and so everything, because she's leading with her heart and choosing to be the better person. That's what I just want to know. To the ladies out there, y'all can light it up in the comments, but I want to know that, like, how is she so dumb for doing that, for forgiving? And most of the people who are answer going to be Christian.
Yeah, city girl era though, man.
But
it's a city girl era.
But isn't that sort of like the question that we had, Hardy? Now that you speaking up grace?
Yeah.
What was the question you wanted to ask?
Well, I think that is somewhat the question. The question is this, and it was a fan question too. A young lady had sent this in. She was like, I want you and the fellas to answer this question for me. Say, why when trust is broken, why do men expect to be given grace when they mess up, but don't offer the same grace when the shoe is on the other foot? And that's fit perfect for this whole subject right now. So I'm gonna start with the ladies and tell me, because that's a good question. Like, why do we expect grace automatically, but we don't be so willing to give it?
I think that's just upbringing. I think it starts with what they've seen and what they've been taught. I'm always one when the situation of why men do things come up. I always say, well, who taught them? You know what I'm saying? And if the men that were in their life were like the men that were in our life, then they kind of taught us more so that a woman is to be seen and not heard and things of that nature. So it was automatic for most men that we're the dominant one. So she should bow down to us. Not saying that is correct, but that's just the feeling that they've already taught us and is ingrained in us since we were younger. And that's just being honest. it's crazy because, like you said, men mess up 1,001 times, and women always seem to take us back. Women mess up, and not all the time we are as forgiving. Now, I'm not going to say that there are not men who are forgiven, because we know a couple of instances where there are, and we as men start thinking like, damn, man, what's wrong with you? Why haven't you left? Kind of like the women are saying to the young lady in the Derrick Jackxn situation. But I don't know. Other than what we've seen growing up, I don't know. I think that if men do want to have what you're saying, Hardy, about the black family come together and stuff like that, they do got to do some soul searching and start to try to understand that other one, just like they want that young lady to try and understand them as a man. But I think that's all I really got for that, just kind of looking at it from my standpoint. Chris? What about you?
Well, Balls said the queen, if I had them, I'll be king. The king laughed, not because he had to, because he had to. You see, balls, man. Balls make rules. Exactly.
I like what you did with that.
I do.
Balls make rules. Balls make rules. That's the only thing that make rules. You either have them or you don't. And I'm not saying like testicles or men genitalia. I'm talking about actual balls. We get confused. We get grace and tolerance confused. I don't have to give you grace for what I don't tolerate. If I don't tolerate it, then I don't have to give you grace for it. If I set the standards of you can't do this to me, I don't care what the circumstances, and I'm gone, then I don't have to give you grace for that. If you are the type of person, if you feel the same way, then you set the standards and you say, this is what I don't tolerate, and that's it. But it's one thing to say what you're going to do. I mean, say what you don't tolerate and then enforce what you don't tolerate. Because it's one thing to get up and walk out of a situation. That's hard on the person that's walking out. It's hard on the person that's getting walked out on. But at the end of the day, do you have the nuts to actually leave whatever situation it is off of your respect or what you want to make sure a person don't play with you about? And if you can't do that, then you the one need to practice grace, not that person, because that person practice tolerance. A man don't tolerate. Men should not tolerate stuff. You don't have to show grace for that. Don't tolerate it. Period. And that's the only thing that keeps. Okay, there's this thought that women are faithful. All right, let's say that you believe that. The reason why the women are faithful is the fear of a man leaving them. The reason why a man is unfaithful is he don't have the fear of the woman leaving him, because a lot of times they stay. They show the grace. So again, it's a hard thing, but if you set a tolerance level and you say this is what it is, don't play with me after that, you better be able to walk it like you're talking.
True.
Tootie?
I would say this. Once you know better, you do better. Keep that for a point of reference in a minute, right? I think as men, we are both, men and women are taught different. You know, it's like you can have two lions, but that male lion is going to be taught different than the female lion. And as men, with all the pressures of the world, we are taught to be men, strong, courageous, providers. And there's a lot of characteristics that come with being a man, because you're a leader, you're a provider, you're a king. And back to once you know better, you do better. So with women are almost taught from birth about their life, their fantasy of getting married, being a good wife, if they come up in a good, healthy home, right? But they are always taught, they're always working around feelings and emotions. So women have more of an emotional intelligence than guys do, right? So emotional intelligence in me, I probably was 40 before I even heard about the 5 love languages and all that stuff. As a man, my granddad worked, took care of us. That was love to him, right? Did he step out? He was worse than Ike Turner. Yes, but to him is what he had saw, and it's almost to Zay's point a little bit, where that blueprint of what you saw. So even with the woman in the home, if she's used to that and she saw that, that kind of shapes the ideology and what's accepted. So I say with me or Grace, listen, I don't know better. Like I love you, and I'm trying to I'm trying. Listen, I'm always improving, trying to be a better man, and now I'm trying to find out how to love myself and love you, and do all of this as we're evolving. So I'm still putting it on. Now, a woman, on the other hand, she know about the 5 love languages. She know about love. She know about intimacy. She know about all that. I don't know that. I'm learning this stuff. So the curve is a little different. So I don't know if I'm saying that it is right. I'm just saying that you have to look at the perspective. So when you ask the question, why don't we offer the same grace? Because you even got some people don't even know what grace is. You know, I'm used to seeing my granddad that come home, wash up, go back out. I'm assuming he's doing his thing out there, but he's taking care of my mama. He's doing his thing. He loves her, but goes back to what's love? What's love? What's his definition of love? What's their understanding of love? You know what I'm saying? So when they had their marital issues, it was a long time before he even understood that. I don't even know if he for valid reasons knew that, like, this is a really wrong. Like, I've been doing it so long that, like, yeah, I'm pretty awful as a husband, and I could really do better as a man to my wife. But he had been doing it so much long, and it's almost like that understanding, not to call out the Jamaican culture, any other culture, like certain cultures, they have them scenarios. So, you know, not to take shots, but I know in my family,
Bati boy.
hey, yeah, informer. Listen,
Gussie.
so, but what I go on in a rant, I'm trying to really shape what I'm saying for people can really fully understand it. You guys understand grace more than we do, and we're evolving. You guys are maturing 10 years ahead of us in certain areas. So that'll be my answer without going on the long rant, Mario.
Well, I think for me to answer, I think all y'all had points, and I think, to be honest, all of them are very valid, because when you're dealing with, depending on what kind of man with you dealing with, I think all of those points are play and come and play at some point. But I do think it just comes down to, really, men and women are built different. Just simple. Most men right now are fueled with ego. And so a lot of people say that's a bad thing, but I think ego is what make you don't want to be last. Ego is what make you don't want to lose. Ego is what make you work hard, what make you want to take care of your family, what make you want to see your family on it. That same stuff, that bravado, that machismo, that all that stuff that builds a man, that make him put his boots on at 4:30 and be happy that when he get his paycheck on Friday, all that work his business or whatever, it's the same thing that breaks him when he think that his most treasured piece is being taken or given away. And I think from the beginning of the time, a woman is so sacred to a man. And I'm not saying we know the perfect way to handle a woman. I'm not saying that we are great caretakers of the women that are given to us. But I am saying that to all men that have them, they really think they are the most important thing in their life. They might not show it all the time, but they do. Because the first gift from God to us was a woman. And understanding that psychologically, we just think that a woman's the best. So to even think in our souls that somebody else had what we had while we having it, the betrayal and the defeat in us hurt. So right now, our pride stops the barrier for our grace. When I think women are more emotional, and I think, like what Horace was saying, they forgive easy. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. We need to work on it, but they forgive easier. I believe the submissive part of them and the understanding of them say, I'm gonna give him one more chance because he don't know nobody. And I think the other thing that's not talked about is women know other women. So you know other women throwing themselves at your man all the time, doing everything in their power to get your man all the time. So you know how hard it is for him to turn down all these women all the time. And that's not an excuse. It's just the truth. Not to mention, we outnumbered. Not to mention that if any man with a brain, he knows all this stuff. So this is always going on over and over and over. So it's easy for us to move on and get married. Once we said again, I don't know too many of my homeboys that want to get married and can't. I just don't know that. And I'm sorry if that offends people, but I don't know too many men that's my homeboys that say, hey, I want to get married. Man, I can't find a wife for nothing in the world. And I really want to. I don't know that. So a man knowing that, he gonna always feel like, bro, I don't have to forgive her. I can go get another woman. Because it is a lot of good women out here. And I can go get another woman who not gonna do that to me, and I can be this man to her. And I think that some women understand it, even though they beating on their chest now and not saying it, it's hard to find a good man. So if he do the other 8 things in life right, they might can forgive him for cheating and something else. That's just what I think. But I could be wrong.
Well, a woman is a man's glory. When we talk about pride and whatnot, but just my take. Let me ask y'all something before we go to the next topic. I just want to highlight to you people that I read an update that I was just got into the newsroom that Derrick Jackxn and his wife just posted that how do we come back from this? Read the story in my book, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other.
Dollar bill.
Wasting no time. I might even say played y'all, but you know, to each his own, man. I wanted to say that.
Now she don't look so stupid now.
Mm-hmm.
No, and you know,
y'all want to know.
Well, you know, it seems like, listen, as much as we should be watching on TV, no, you know what? Forget TV. The most watched shows are the Real Housewives and all the dramatic stuff. So whether it's on TV or social media, we love drama. Let's not mistake that. Amber Dawkins Walter, we're not going to allow you to say that. Definitely pee in the dating pool. No, you will not say that tonight, lady. Mia Malcolm. So I just wanted to highlight the fact that, look, they got a book deal. Now I want to ask how everybody feels about that. Let me ask y'all this question and how it was submitted. Question is, I hear you don't have to get married a lot. As Black men, how do we restore the Black family without marriage? Mario, that was the topic that you were going to facilitate tonight.
Right.
I took it from you. I know.
I don't because I hear that so much. Like you don't, a lot of people say, well, you don't have to get married, you just have to do this. And I think one show Chris came up with some interesting views on how you can, redivert or not get married and still have a cohesive environment. But I just want to know, like, honestly, like, I believe the Black family and economics and everything is congruent. That's why other groups, they married at a higher rate. That's why they have more economic structure. That's what I believe. So I believe right now, whether you like it or not, that's just a proven fact. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, if we don't think that, then how can we grow as a community? Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I would like to do some correction. Yes, I did once say that.
Update.
What I say is this show has done a lot for me, and it got me to thinking a lot. So I no longer want to make a argument against marriage, especially in the Black community, because I do agree that it is the fundamental piece to growth in our community. So I don't want to make an argument against that. I've had an opportunity to watch my brother grow in marriage. I got an opportunity to see a lot of my homeboys' marriages, and I'm not going to make an argument against that. What I do believe is I think that we need to take another outlook on marriage. I think that we need to take it more in a business. We need to get more business minded when it comes to marriage. I suggest, because I'm a dating coach, I suggest that if you get serious with somebody, I suggest that you start a business with them, like an LLC or something like that, right? You guys together start an LLC. Whatever it, because a lot of the characteristics and things that you would like in a business partner translates into a life partner. So then think about it like this: you start a business, you get to tell how much effort you guys are going to put in it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you guys both put in effort, because the goal of marriage is to get together, grow, and multiply, increase or whatever. So if you guys can build a business together and increase and profit shares goes up and everything like that, it's a good signal to how the marriage is going to be. And on top of that, if you do decide to get married, you can put in the prenups that you split whatever you guys create. So it keeps both parties constantly working on the marriage, because you're not taking what I have. I'm not taking what you have. We're only taking what we created together, because that's what it is in divorce court. They say, well, we're going to take it. She was here, so you gain this. No, if everything that you gain together, because if she don't want to put no effort into the business, then that's a great indicator on how she's going to get married. So, how she's going to be in a marriage. Or if you don't want to do nothing, the point is, it's a great indicator on how marriage is going to be. And if we do that step and then go in, and that turns out positive, when we take that into marriage, then yes, because we have a business mindset, we have an understanding that this is not for just love and pictures. This is for Black wealth. This is for Black empowerment. This is for gaining. This is the key to the community. You know what I'm saying? And that should be taken in that light. So that's my opinion on that. Again, this show, I've had the pleasure of talking to a newly married man. I get a pleasure of talking to a divorced man. I get a pleasure of talking to a single man. So I get the spectrum on all sides. When Zay talking, I get to see, oh, that's another single man. Is that bullshit? Well, yeah, it is kind of bullshit. I see it. I get to see how the effects
Amazing.
of I get to see the effects of divorce with whores. I get to see how Mario handled new marriage. So I got a positive outlook towards that. Now, I don't have the same outlook that I had damn near a year ago, so I have a bit more positive outlet. So I'm not making an argument against it. That's what I say.
Go ahead, Zay.
It's on Horace. I was gonna digress and let my brother go.
Okay.
You gotta unmic it. Unmute your mic.
Ain't what she said. Hey, listen. The question was the end part. I'm looking at my as Black men. How do we restore the Black family without marriage?
Yeah.
That's interesting because despite my feelings, I just think marriage is so beneficial. So I'm gonna have trouble with this question because one of the biggest issues in our community is the fact that we are so divided. Men and women are so divided. And I would go back to white supremacy and slavery. All of that was always to divide, because when two things come together, they're powerful, they're impactful, they're generational changing situations. So how can we do it without marriage? That's hard for me. I guess without marriage, I would say, just trying to be impactful and respectful. Whether we're married or not, we got to rebuild these relationships. Let's be honest. It is a subconscious thing where Black people don't trust each other in business, friendships, relationships. So white supremacy, even after integration, all that stuff, it's still working psychologically on us, where we just don't have a trust. I had someone that was in trouble and I'm trying to help them. And because I was Black, it seemed like they couldn't trust me helping them. I'm actually helping them. It is something about us not trusting each other. It is something about me walking down the street and we can't say, hey, what's up to each other. But I'll see that same person see somebody from another ethnicity and light up, even do a little shuck and jive. So it's hard for me to answer. I think marriage, partnerships, and relationships and friendships are beneficial. We have to repair that. Whether me and Chris go into business together, like he's saying in a relationship, even in a friendship, when I'm in business, first call I need to do, if I can find something that's beneficial or correlates with his business, I need to be calling Chris. If I'm going through it mentally, I'm having a hard day, I need to call Chris. I might call my cousin Abdul. You know what I mean? The relationships and communication is almost like power lines. We need to connect these power lines and connect, and then you can light up a city. Think about it in that fashion. We need to connect and repair those broken lines that have been there for a long time. But marriage is key. And I always tell you, man, God designed us to love. Whether it's in a relationship or friendship, man, we should be every day trying to love each other as much as possible and see the best in each other. And I always believe that together we're going to do some amazing things for the future. And I just feel that in my heart, man. The thing that we're doing with each other is because I love you guys. And that love for each other, that accountability, because love ain't always I love you. Love is sometimes Chris saying, Horace, you wrong. Hey, bro, Zay, do better. Love is 360. And we need to learn what love is, apply it to our everyday. And I ain't trying to talk like TD Jakes, man, but that is our key. We gotta get better, man. Now that we know better, we do better. Wow. Simple and plain.
Hey man, love is also putting your foot up somebody's ass because I love you. You feel me? And telling you stop acting like a bitch. You got to do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I mean it from the best part of my heart because I don't want to see you acting like a bitch. You feel me? I love you. So
Sponsor gone. Just gone.
them saucy nuts will be all right. Trust me.
Stop that.
But
Melt in
no,
melt in your mouth, not in your
not
hand.
in your hand.
Oh God.
They better add that. They can thank me and Chris for that one. But no,
Oh my God.
I wanted to take to listen to both Chris as a single man, and then you Horace as well. You know, being previously married, but also because you both are both Leos, and I know that you guys have a way of thinking. So I just wanted to make sure that what was going on first before we got going. I do think that marriage is the cornerstone of us as a Black civilization or a race building ourselves back up. Because as you're looking at 4 men who didn't grow up in a fully functional household where there was a mother, father, and then the siblings. All right. And what that does is it doesn't allow us a head start on life. We are, like Horace said, at the late part of the curve, learning a lot of things we probably should have learned in our younger days because we would have had a Papa Bear there who could say, you know, son, it's very amusing that you do it that way, but that ain't how you do it. Come here, let me show you. You understand what I'm saying? But that starts inside the home. We all have broken home families where we have children out of wedlock. And we had a question about that earlier on in the season about how that affects you as a man with your child not being in the same household with you. Women, you guys don't have that care because the child is in the home with you. So it's a lot that we as fathers miss out on, but it's also a lot that kids miss out on because the fathers are not there. That extra love you hear me and Horace talk about. We don't remember hearing Zay, I love you, or Horace, I love you, or I'm proud of you, son. I don't remember hearing those things.
I was an asshole.
You see what a lot of times, and it's so crazy how we laughed about that as kids. We laughed about our traumas because it was funny. We didn't understand it. Got older, like damn, you know, that was jacked up. You feel me? And try to correct those inside of our kids. But just think about all the work that we do now as single fathers, with the exclusion of you, Mario, because you have finally corrected it. But with us as single fathers, all the work we do outside the home. What if we were inside the home and we could intensify that? It would be so much better. But what does that do for us? Like you said, as a family unit, as a race, ultimately, because now you got to think about it. The disparity of single parents is it taught us, and it, like Horace said, made us afraid of marriage because we don't know what that looked like. That just seemed like the oddball thing to do. You know, y'all been quoting the Bible all day long. Y'all, you know, and the Bible tells you broad is the way to destruction. Well, hell, half the people we know are single and out here living. Narrow is the way. Well, the people that are married, they go on the narrow way because most people don't want to get married. And the people that do want to get married, I want to hit on that too. If the marriage is right, don't be marrying, like Chris said, for the pictures and for the glitz and the glamour, because marriage is ugly. At a lot of points, it has its beautiful points, but it's not easy when I say ugly. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to marry for better and for worse. Not because you got a 350 Bentley Coupe or whatever, or a Birkin bag. You can't be married for that foolishness. If that's the case, you might as well sit out here and be single and thought and bought. But if you really want to make sure that these kids are getting proper nutrition, being properly fed factual history information, teaching them financial information so that they can get ahead in life. You understand what I'm saying? And not start out behind the 8 ball. You feel me? But also be supportive. You know, we bash D Wade a lot, you know, but we might have to retract some of our statements because he's very supportive. And it made all of us understand from a different light, but that may be for another show. But if he can do that with a child, we should be able to do that inside of a marriage with one another, understand each other, and understand that we're working for the greater good, not for the profit, so to speak, of a marriage. You understand what I'm saying? But the generational wealth build or to build our families. So that's what I got with it. I think that marriage is the cornerstone, and that it does need to be there so that we can restore ourselves as rightful Black kings and queens that we are.
Zay, hold on. All that shit sounds good, but are you gonna keep your dick in your pants?
You got to.
That's one of the problems. That's the problem.
That's not the problem.
Can we say Lil Zay?
Be honest to you.
Can we say Lil Zay?
My bad.
Let's say Lil Zay and say it.
No, you ain't got to do
I don't want to refer to his.
Please, and don't ever say Lil Zay. That's not right. But the thing about it is this though, too, Chris. What I'm saying sounds good. That's why I keep saying when you're ready. You can't push that. You can't do it because mama them told you to do it because your homeboy them doing it and it looks great. You got to be ready. So you got to do the work, just like we talked about. I've said this, run the tape back if you need. When Zay is ready, he's gonna shock y'all because these are things I've already thought about and that I know in my heart of hearts. But I want to make sure that I'm able to carry out these same things that I'm telling you. I don't want to get out there and be playing like you say. We talk about Derrick Jackxn, but I don't want to be that nigga ever. You feel me? When I sign up, I'm there.
I don't think you can stop. I don't think you can foreshadow being that nigga. See, that's what I'm saying. From being in my
but you can do your best, just like
no, but I'm saying you saying be ready. Like that's like saying, well, you know what? I'm gonna go look for a job when I'm ready. We do everything else when we're not ready because we have to. I think right now we don't put enough emphasis on marriage because we say that we think it's a big deal, but I don't think so. I think right now I got a job before I was ready. I had a child before I was ready. I became a daddy before I was ready. I bought a house before I was ready. I bought my first car before I was ready. I was ready for none of that. But I said, this is the next step in my life to better myself. So let me walk into it. I wasn't going to wait because I don't know when I'm ready. The whole point about what Chris always say is having balls is saying, I know this is better for me and as a generation for my family. So let me start today working forward to this. Don't let me say I'm starting. Let me actually start working. Let me cut off women. Let me focus on myself. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this is like, it's like I hear so many people saying all this cliche stuff. It's like, it's not easy. I'm never going to sit here and say, hey, bro, just find somebody, you're going to love them, and then you're going to know you're ready, then you're going to just get married. That's never going to happen. So if you wait, my homeboy Jay Young told me that, bro, if you ever waiting for you ready, you never going to get married. I said, bro, what you mean? No, I'm going to get married. And I was naive. I was like, man, what you mean? I'm going to know. Bro, you never going to know. All the way up until I get, listen, ready, you're going to think, because it's not certain. You traveling, we've been single all our life. We've mastered the art of being single and getting women. That's who we are. So crossing over when you're a grown man into an uncharted territory, is no way you're gonna be ready for that. That's like just moving to a new city. You can't be ready for that. You just gotta go, put all your ducks in a row, have faith, and tell yourself, I'm gonna have accountability for what I do every day. But I think we do that right now on so much other stuff in our life. Like right now, everybody on here work. Everybody on here take care of their kids. You weren't ready to be fathers. None of us. So I'm saying, I think if we give ourselves a little more credit on saying, bro, the hardest part of a relationship, I know Chris Joker said, but it's about keeping in your pants. It's not about, in so many words, it's about just saying, I have enough control to say, I know I can have this. I want this, but I don't. The same control to tell you, I don't want to work today, but I got to get up and go to work. The same control to say, hey, man, I don't want to go do pick up, or go cut hair on Saturdays. I want to go to a party or this and all that. That same control, you can apply that to relationships and say, bro, I want to go fuck this girl, but I know that's not beneficial to my whole life.
Sponsor that.
You see what I'm saying? And that's just being real. I think that right now we don't look at that as men as the same equal. But if you're talking about a business, every part of business matters. The same. So that's what I feel like right now as men. And I don't like to talk about this a lot because I don't want to be the guy who always saying y'all should get married. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all get married when you want to. But I feel like on the other side of it, and it's not perfect. It's not easy, but it's so beneficial. And just having somebody there, you can say, bro, I always got a business partner. I sleep next to her every night. The minute I have a business idea, I got somebody who's going to go half with me right here. Before I call any one of y'all, and I believe y'all going to be a willing participant in it, I'm going to tell her. Before I got on this show, Tootie called me. I talked to her. So I'm just saying that part right there, the part that in life that I feel like I want, me personally, just what I want, all my brothers to feel, because I see y'all doing so much of a great job right now. But I know that other person next to you doing it, you talking about kingdom building. You talking about generational building. You talking about time, because that's when the person taking the calls to pick up. And you coming out, and when you come back in from doing the delivery, you got food. That's when the person coming to get you new blades. You don't have to stop cutting hair. She can go out to the thing and get you new alcohol. That's when the person sitting and making sure Horace and everything in his suits right for when he have a conversation. When you got that right there in house, come on, bro. I'm telling you, it makes sure it's way easier than I was scared. I told Chris, I used to tell him, but I ain't getting married till I'm 50. I love this shit out here. I love the club. I love the life. I love the embracement. I love everything about being single. I don't have no problem getting hoes, never did. And I love every minute of it. And the more I got in my life, but I started saying, bro, what am I getting? But what am I doing? Am I, like, at the end of the day, what am I doing? Like right now, I see how good of a dude y'all is. And not to keep going on and on, but I'm just saying, I see how good of a dude. And I just know that. And Tony can attest to this because he's been married like that. Just because he was, and sometimes he said, just in that marriage, I was looking for her just to give me that because I knew where we was going to go. If she had just gave me that, I knew we was gone. But I can see it. And I'm seeing y'all busting y'all butt daily, knowing all it's going to take is you to find that other half. And then we talk about 4 millionaires on one screen. And we talk about 4 happy people working through stuff. You're going to have more patience, more kindness, more everything. Because a marriage is going to test all of that. And I leave the house having to build my patience because I got a wife. I leave the house having to what? Build my composure because I what? Got a wife. All that stuff come right there. My self-control. I work on that every day because I got a what? A wife. But when I used to be able to come home and just pick up and call whoever I wanted to, it keep my line in order. And I'm just saying, that's why I feel like it's no way possible, bro, that we as Black people can keep building on these cornerstones that we're doing without us saying, bro, I'm gonna have to say and put my lustful ways out of the way and say, bro, I'm finna marry this woman, commit to this woman, build this woman, start businesses with this woman, have children with this woman, and then have more productive citizens in this thing. And I'm gonna test this before I go on and on. One thing I can say, I just talked to my daughter. Me and my daughter mom was not together. I had her young. I got married. Me and her relationship right now, she called me so much about, Daddy, does a man supposed to do this? How love do? Because she's seeing me do it now. Like she's seeing, like, this is what I want. I want my daddy house. I want to go on trips. I want to come down with his wife. Me and my wife go down there and spend the day with her. Like she see that now. And she's saying, you know what? I want this. I want this. Instead of her repeating the same shit I did. And that's important to me. And that's one of the biggest things I can say, that all of us was in that situation because we had children early. And we didn't know what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? But we could correct that, and it's not too late because we could get them and show a good example of this is the way. 2 incomes are better than other. Having a team is better than other. Having it in one house is better than the other. I club less. When I go pay for trips, I just talked to Zay about a trip. When I pay for trips, I'm busting it down with somebody. Whether I pay for the whole trip or not. She might buy a meal every now and then. I'm just saying economically. You know what I'm saying? It's always a help. I just came to Palm Beach the first time without my wife. I laughed at Tootie. I said, man, I never knew coming home would cost this much. Because normally she would already go ahead and pay for the hotel and get that. Then I pay for everything else and structure everything else. But just not even knowing that's the stuff she do. This time I did it all myself and was like, man, I got to catch an Uber, but I can't even get a car to rent. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't know. And I'm saying, but I'm seeing all y'all do the same thing. I'm not to go on, no, I just want Black men. Because we so much of kings just to go into that next level and watch how we grow. Just watch it. Because we already doing so much. We not losers. We not losers at all. That next step going to be like, I tell them every time, they can attest to this, and I'm going to end it. I can't wait to throw rice at their wedding. Not because of I'm happy they getting married, like to take the pictures and all that, but because I know how good these dudes are. And I know that, man, this next step in their life, they finna get to a whole nother night. They gonna get that phone call like, bro, we doing this. Bro, let's do this. See that right there? I'm excited about it. And I can't wait for it. So that's why every time I go to a friend wedding now, I get a little more excited because I see the same reason why they got it cited at my wedding. The people who was married. Because they knew I was finna do what? Walk into their realm of blessings. So I'm excited about it. And to answer the question, I don't think it's possible that we can move forward without us actually just saying, you know what, bro, we got to go back to the beginning and commit to our own women and get out here and raise productive boys and girls in this world and show them how to be the people that we know that we have in us to be. Go ahead.
You
Hey,
can't say
what
nothing
how
more
y'all
after that,
behind
Mario. What do you say after that?
that? Yeah,
Oh, no.
really.
Go ahead.
No,
Drop
I'm
the
just
mic.
I wanted this
Randy
thing.
Watson.
You know, I talk to y'all about this, but I don't talk
But that's
about it.
real.
I don't never. I be leery about saying stuff like this because I don't want to look like, oh, nigga, you know what I'm saying, all this. But I really do, and it's because I love y'all that I want to see that next level. And I really don't think y'all piece of crap dudes. And I see so many women out here who like, dang, they good. But I know if you could just get with these guys and take them, and y'all can go right now. Because I believe y'all serious about what y'all say y'all serious for. And all y'all respect marriage. So once y'all sign up, I know you're gone. I believe in you. And I know it's scary, but I believe in you. I'm just saying. Go ahead, my brother. I ain't want to get off on that, but go ahead.
No, I thought Chris had some feedback after that.
Nah, I
He's dead.
don't know. I just talk about him after behind his back.
No. Interesting thing is, man, it's hard. It's like when Mario get into his zone. That's the amazing part about the show. That is why we created the show, because on Saturdays at the forum, we would be in there for hours. We put on some food, we cook, whether we in the den or we on the porch, we would talk about everything under the sun. So to believe the conversations that have come out of that out of the forum, I was like, man, that is the most amazing show under the sun. And Mario, you was
Changed Chris
100
view.
on that. What'd
Hey,
you
you
say, Zay?
changed Chris view from the beginning of the season till now. My boy was the avid wedding hater. I'm gonna come, but I hate to see a death of a player. To you know what?
Oh my
You might
God.
have an idea. I mean, you might be right. I can see where you're going with that. So I see the
Bro,
growth.
I'm gonna say Chris held me accountable. Me and him had a talk one day, and his whole premises was, I'm tired of bullshit in weddings. I'm sorry to cuss, but that's what it was. Like, I'm tired of people walking down the aisle thinking
Look at
this
the cook.
with playing with women, and that was honorable to me. Like, bro, you actually, what you're saying is, I'm reading between the lines, is, bro, stop playing. If you're gonna do it, be a man, have some balls and do it. So when he told that to me, it was like, bro, I don't want to see a player. You're right. So that player dead, and now I'm the new me. And I take that because I know he watching. I know a lot of people watching. So I take accountability and saying, bro, y'all came to my wedding and I said, this is it. I looked all y'all in y'all face and said, this is it. So that's what I got to be held accountable to. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tootie talked to me too, like, bro, make sure, just saying, listen. Even they were like, you sure? That's what I'm saying. So even Norman, he didn't know talking about yellow rice and shit, but
the cook.
now, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate y'all because I don't have the kind of homeboys who are going to be like, yeah, bro, that's her. Go ahead and hit her. My homeboys actually saying, hey, bro, do the right thing. Keep doing the right thing. Tighten up. Don't slip. Keep going. So I know if it's in y'all to tell me that, it's coming from y'all heart. So y'all can do it.
Bro, you know what's amazing thing? I say all the time, we have been so transparent on this show. The podcast, us sharing with others our conversations.
Yeah.
So listen, it definitely has me. The stuff you just said, Mario, it's hard to come back from that. The Chris that was at the beginning of the show is turned into / producer, philosophical.
Hold on.
He's grown.
Vanessa.
Smash.
Smash.
That's what I was laughing at.
Hope smash.
Listen, I don't even know what to say to that. But yeah, Mario, I appreciate all your words, man. It was right on point. And that was the purpose of the show. So with me saying that, man, y'all officially have been on the air for a year. Right? I remember the first episode, just like it was yesterday. Oh, I might do
at the beach. Ooh.
Yeah. Listen. Yes, Miss Hardy, he's done preaching. Oh, I'm telling this boy, we got to get that dinner for two up and popping. But let me ask y'all something, man. Y'all been on the air for a year, and y'all have been on the air for a year. Do y'all comprehend? Y'all boys ain't no rookies. Y'all vets. You guys are brands, commodities. We got apparel. We wear our own clothes now. We got endorsement deals. You guys, I'm not gonna cry. I am not gonna cry because I'm not gonna do it. Let me ask you something though. When did y'all know we had something with this show? Because I came to y'all and I asked y'all, I was like, hey, I got this idea. I seen something in y'all. I knew the conversation we had. I mean, I promise you were life-changing conversations we had. People wouldn't expect it from these four characters. You know, you get some 100% truth. You get authentic answers. Whether you like the answers or not, it's 100 coming from us. So when did y'all know that we had something with the Black Super Friends podcast? Super Mario Senior, come back to the altar.
I think when my lady and her friends was talking about it one day, and they was like, "Man, y'all show is really good." And my wife, homeboys got a show too, and some of the dudes, her cousin and all them, they got a show too. Then one of the dudes there, he came to my wedding. He was like, "Man, y'all show like good," and they had a podcast. So he started asking me for pointers. I think we was like week 4. I'm like, we learning. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as it kept going, it's like, man, I see a lot of people at work and people just passing me by, and people, like even Doug, when I seen him at Papa's birthday, was like, man, just talking about it and different people. And I was like, man, we being impactful. And when Tootie sold me on this show, it was saying that the people needed to hear us because it was needed. And I'm not a real big, I want to talk on, Chris could tell you when he rapped, I didn't even want to be the hype man. I just want to stand back there and make sure we get in and out safely and get back to where we're supposed to go, because I'm not an on show, but
knock
I knew
somebody out.
No, I just make sure we get in. You know what I'm saying? And get out. I just wanted to make sure of all that. But now I think that I knew that when people start saying and quoting me conversations we had and saying, "Hey, bro, this how this touched me." And I'm seeing dudes, I won't call their name, from the streets and stuff like this, saying, "Bro, I checked your show out, bro. Hey, man, y'all good, man. Man, what y'all boys doing together?" And then first it started off dudes who I didn't even think they had a computer. Damn, watch our show. But then they like, "Bro, we checked y'all out, and it's good." And they came on and kept coming on. I was like, "Bro, you know what? If I'm talking to them and I'm getting them to sit down on the Monday night to do this, I keep doing this." And that's when I knew.
Man,
Turn your mic on, man. Turn your mic on.
Latest man, you can read that.
I guess that's universal in any language. I'm with you, Mario. I really didn't think that we were impactful. Hell, a lot of times we would talk, I'd be like, man, crap, I ain't even really say what I wanted to really say. So like Mario, I didn't think that on screen I sounded great, that I got across a lot of the things that I was trying to say. I know what I'm saying, but I'm a man that do a lot of things. So sometimes I might give you an incomplete thought. Damn, catch me later. And I'll probably finish it with you and get you where you need to be or catch you up to speed. But I think when I started to realize like we have something, like you say, I got a homeboy who's afraid of a computer, but can tell me what we talked about on the show. Well, where the hell you watched it at? And with who? You feel me? But he can tell me, boy, that's real, and he got that much down, and that's okay. Because like I said, if I can help somebody miss a miscue or a misstep that I had, then I think that I did a damn good job. After that, they call me the ladies' man. It is what it is. I'll take that crown. But I would get phone calls from women wanting to know another avenue or another look, so to speak, at a situation that we spoke on, or want to know in depth. You feel me? Like I said, I'm not a Derrick Jackxn. I'm gonna tell you where you're messing up at. I don't want nothing from you. You understand what I'm saying? But to see you do better and be better, that's it. You feel me? That's all I want for you. If you see me doing something wrong and you call me out, hell, I got called out today by a lady friend of mine. I had to kind of go back and check myself. So if I can do that for somebody else in short, and they get something out of it, that's good. And that's what I saw when I saw people talking to us about this on the street. And I'm like, damn, for real? Made me kind of watch what I'm saying. But also, like Chris said, it also makes you kind of walk in a line of, hey, this is what I'm saying. I got to actually do it. I do it already, but now that's my accountability of, I got to make sure. So almost like you were saying, Mario, on the last question, making that move. Got to do it. Once I see that we're doing that, man, I appreciate everybody that watched. I'm glad. And I never saw this coming too. Thank you for the thinking about us enough or seeing that inside of us to think that we could do this, because I just think that we just be talking crap and it's funny. It's impactful, but it's funny.
Chris Leo.
Man, well, I honestly I don't know if we got something. Like I come from a music background, and I know you can have a song that your homeboys like to click ride to, and it's local or whatever, but that doesn't make it a hit. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, but I just know right now I enjoy doing this, and I get feedback from people that say they enjoy the show, and that's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? It may not be nothing to somebody else, but it's huge to me. So again, I think that the fans have to decide that. The fans decide that by sharing it. The fans decide that by going to YouTube and subscribing. The fans decide that by commenting and resharing on Instagram. So I think that's got to be decided by the fans, and I think we have a great group of fans, but we need to give them more call to action and tell them, hey, look, if you support this product, man, let's share this product. Let's comment more. Let's change the algorithm on Instagram so we can spread this to more people, and that's when I know we have something when we can affect people everywhere, because that's the goal here. The goal is to increase men, start with increasing men, and supplementary. I think that we can affect the lives of women, our whole community, but it starts with us. I think.
Hold on, let me interject for a second, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be the shit, you must think like the shit. You must change your mind frame, my brother. I want you to understand something. I know where you coming from and what you're saying, and I'm not going to make my head big or anything of that nature, but I want you to understand. I, Zay, the international traveler, have international family members who actually tune into this show, whether it be through YouTube, whether it be through Facebook, and they share this information with people who don't even know us. And they come back and they comment and they tell us that what you saying. Everybody can't keep saying the wrong thing. Good. I'm not trying to jump the gun. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing that we are doing, and I will be honest, is we are putting honest content, positive content out there as well. That is helping somebody. And I think that as long as we helping somebody, we're doing great.
That may be the effect that you get, but I get mail. I get hate.
They love you.
Thrown at me.
Come on, man.
The ladies hate me on the show, man.
And they date you tomorrow as soon as you clock out.
I get a lot of flack, man. A lot of flack. The next morning I'm beefing with viewers. The next morning on Facebook, whether they disagree with what I'm saying, man. So I done grew more hate than I grew fans on this show. But
that's energy.
I love them.
That's energy, and they love you. You don't argue with somebody that you don't like. You just say forget that nigga, right?
I guess you're right.
They love you, brother. It's a love-hate relationship. You're kind of hard to take sometimes.
Well, like 9.
Well, the question was, okay. When did y'all know we have something with BSF? Again, I see amazing things in you guys, and sometime I will be looking forward to those things being poured back into me. Sometime the Leo and me would love to get that reverence. But honestly, with all humility, Chris, as much as an asshole, we joke back and forth. You have some prolific ways of thinking. Super Mario. First thing I came back and told you guys, because I seen the vision. One thing about me, I don't start nothing I don't think can go all the way. I don't like to fail. Like the naysayers fuel me. My fear probably pushes me. So that's why when I talk proudly, I say that this is one of the top 5 podcasts that's out there right now. And I used to ride. No, I can't use the word ride because y'all too petty. I used to really be on y'all hard. So Mario was like, hey. Mario was like,
we gonna be on us hard.
Mario.
We're
like we're on a bus. We're like we're on a school bus. Shut your trap. When Mario was saying, like, hey man, like give us some grace because we just starting. But I've seen so much potential in you guys that I always have been trying to push it. And then Chris comes back and then he started pushing me. So that's why you see what you get. That's why you see the introductions, the outros, commercials. So I would say I realized we had something when things just happen to align, just to move it fast. the Black Super Friends, just everything clicked. And then when we start having our own apparel and people actually wanted to wear it, I'm talking about people want to wear it and they wearing it proudly. I was like, man, and to hear people that I know in the industry, like, man, why I never thought of that? Like, that's brilliant. You know, that's something that you remember. I got on my Black Super Friends shirt when I'm around the city and seeing people recognize me is actually humbling. Um, when me and Mario went to Miami to meet with Mr. Spence from Grand Leyenda, the tequila company, I was like, man, we actually doing stuff. You know what I mean? When I actually go to in the community and get stopped by certain people that I don't even know, they be like, yeah, bro. Yeah, man, I know Zay, and I'm watching the show, man. When you talked about them triggers, man, I was about to cry, bro, because for a grown gangster, we judging him to be actually vulnerable enough to be like, bro, man, I was abused. Man, don't know me. We in a corner store, man. Yeah, I was abused, man. Y'all talk real stuff. For us to be open to share and to understand that whether y'all want to accept that that's ministry as well, I got to get y'all to understand that when Chris talked about his dad, man, I was tore up all week. When we talked about depression and different stuff like that, you don't know how many people y'all connect with. So I think all of y'all amazing. That's why I keep pushing y'all, telling people like they're gonna have their own individual shows coming out. Shout out to Ivory Shields, Indy Crawford, Nate Simone, The Chambers, DT Henry. They actually have people that want to come on and do podcasts with us, and they actually have their own brand. I thought that was amazing, but that's what I wanted to say, man. And to know that we're nearing 2,000 subscribers, that says a lot about what you guys are doing. So I really believe in you guys. And I thank y'all for trusting me to take y'all on this journey. When y'all first started, I don't know if y'all really knew that it would turn into this. And Chris, as much as you be talking that crap, some of the most influential things about this show came from you. Monday Night Raw, the logo, actually you taking on some of the producer stuff now and being more I always have to slap you and say, man, stop, knock it off, bro. You guys all have the same talent that you might admire about me, and I'm just trying to help you cultivate it and mentor you like somebody did for me. And just like we're doing this show, it's somebody else watching our show, and we're mentoring and cultivating them. So top 5, shout out to I Am Athlete, but we have an amazing show as well. So you got to be able to do shows and give credit and be a network to say we're a Black podcast network, and we all have something beneficial to give back in this universe. So I hope y'all can appreciate that, Chris Leo, Super Mario Senior, and the latest, man.
Black Super Friend Podcast, BSFB.
All right, closing comments, Chris Caesar Leo.
Oh man, thank you guys for showing up again every Monday. We just trying to. This is really what conversations that we would have normally, and we're glad that you guys can join us because it gives us an opportunity to have the feedback. We love that you guys come every Monday. Just continue to show love and support, man. We're gonna keep on bringing you quality product and quality conversation and try to talk about the things that I think that our community and Black men should be talking about. We have to have those tough conversations, and we're very respectful of the female point of view. So continue to give that to us. Again, I just want to say thank you. After a year, they say if you're having fun, it's not a job or it's not work, and I swear it's not work for me.
All
Thank
right,
you guys.
Super Mario Senior. We got to give a shout out to our executive producer behind the scenes, Mr. Lisa Hardy, who has been a part of the Sauce from the beginning. So we appreciate the queen over there, Super Mario Senior.
Hey, man, don't blow her head up too much. We going no, shout out to my wife before I have to sleep on the top of the house like Snoopy. But I want to say, hey, we appreciate y'all being here. another night. Y'all hung in with us, fellas. So we knocked down a whole year of bloopers, blunders, and emotional moments. You know what I'm saying? We hope that this year, minus the corona, is going to be even more impactful. But we ask y'all, like Chris said, just show us a little more love by action. Like it, like the videos a little bit more. Share the videos a little bit more. Repost them. Tell people to tune in a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like we not asking y'all to pay us nothing but attention. And we all asking y'all to do is just spread the love and tell other people to pay us attention. And I promise you, we won't let y'all down. We working hard, and we even though it may not seem like a job, we giving a piece of ourselves every Monday night. So we appreciate y'all coming out, the ones who always come. We asking y'all support us because we support y'all every Monday. That's all I got to say. And I want to say thank you again for coming out this Monday and every Monday you've done so far. 1 year in the books.
Yeah, we need to have an episode where we just tell stories, but that'll be too hilarious. Boy, the stories between us, boy, they have no idea. Ladies, man.
They ain't gonna believe it. I want to thank y'all, man. A year walked around fast. That's amazing. I guess in the midst of COVID, this was one of those things that we came up with so that we could be essential again. And it worked. And it worked. It is what it is, Definitely, though, like my brother said, it takes you nothing to show love. Love, an act of kindness. And for us, all we are asking for is to share us, tell a friend. We understand that our net worth and network is only as big as the people we know. So if we know you and you know someone else that we don't know, please tell them, tune in on a Monday night. Also, too, for the individuals, we've said this a few episodes in a row. We've gotten one individual, Veloose. If you are in the comments, we definitely want to thank you.
And didn't even post her.
Oh man, you got to do my dog better than that, man. She went through everything it took to get in front of the camera to say the question that she had, which was an excellent question, by the way, and we answered. But that too can be you. We still waiting on you, Veloose, to give us your Cash App information because you got us out here looking like fuddy duddies because we owe you a meal. We're not those kind of guys, but we do thank you. And I want more of our supporters, friends, family members that watch, even the friends of our friends and family members. If you have a question, something that you would like to hear our take on, please feel free to get that cell phone, put it right here, record it, send it to us, and we definitely will have you on and we'll answer your question. But we definitely love the feedback. Thank you for the wonderful year. See you guys on Monday.
All right. Well, I'm thinking y'all got amnesia because we did play the video last week.
Whatever you ain't posted during the week, that was a very impactful question. I think that would help a lot of people. Probably break up their folly ways. Who knows?
Okay.
But we'll do better. We're growing.
I definitely am growing. That's what she said.
Dusty boy.
Inform Xavier. Listen, in my closing comments, I just want to thank everyone. And again, the shows that we're going to do, I'm excited. It's about time to bring Indy Crawford back so I can let her and Chris have their enchanted conversation.
No. She just left. Oh, no, man. She left me. She got rid of me. It was love in the beginning, and then she just left me alone. She sweeted me. You sweeted me.
Yeah.
You did what?
She sweeted me.
That would be a new word. That's a good, accurate description of what happened, right? So, hey, shout out to the small businesses in our area. JNL Fashions, who does a lot of design, and she does customized shirts. So a lot of times people ask us who do shirts on the fly. Going to give our shout out to Jonica Towns with JNL Fashion. And this week they're going to have a pop-up shop and mingle in Boynton Beach, Florida on 2775 Southwest 14th Street. It's a pop-up shop. So go on Facebook and holler at JNL Fashion, the number 247-0098. That's 561. So get out there and give them a call and see when that pop-up shop is for y'all can go out there and get some customized gifts. So we do support Black business, and we do appreciate the commercials that we will charge for. All right.
Salsa nuts and the Sweet Willie's ribs or Sweet Willie's meat, my bad, will be out there for your treat. Don't forget. We can't forget our most glorious sponsors.
We will not. So yeah, at the pop-up shop, Zay is going to be swallowing peanuts for 25 cents to raise charity and raise money for the Sam Jackson. Boom, boom, boom. I'm here all week.
You still be bobbing for apples?
Yeah, hey man. Listen, thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the amazing Black Super Friends. Peace.